Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm here in the control room of Gaia Prime and, well, it looks like something went wrong. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't be the first thing that went wrong here because, first of all, I'm pretty sure it was not part of the original plan that the Alphas had to spend the rest of their lives here at Gaia Prime. I seem to remember that they were offered a place in Elysium for the rest of their lives once the project was finished. So I guess I'm correct in my assumption that they ran out of time, so they had to come here to finish Gaia, and there was no time to evacuate to Elysium. And then obviously there's the malfunctioning seal, and Dr. Sobek had to go outside and fix it and sacrifice herself. And yeah, then there's this, which again, I think is not part of the plan. But we have some kind of, I guess, hologram over here, so let's see if that gives us a few answers.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay?
Uh-oh.
To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone, all of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
Oh, so I guess he depressurized the room and killed all the Alphas. Okay. Wow. So he's also the one responsible for Apollo malfunctioning, although it wasn't really a malfunction, it was deleted. Huh. Okay, I'm going to talk to Silens in a second, but I kind of want to share a few thoughts on what we just saw here. I mean, first of all, it's quite the remarkable achievement for one man to screw over all of humanity, not just once, but twice. First by creating the Pharaoh Plague, and now by deleting Apollo and preventing all that knowledge from, reaching the new human race, I suppose. And I kind of understand that, he probably was so guilt-ridden after creating the Pharaoh Plague that he kind of lost his mind and then went to the other extreme where he decided that all technology is bad and it shouldn't get to the new human race. But, he always was like very, very short-sighted. That just seems to be part of his personality. And again, I feel that this is like an extremely short-sighted decision because it seems obvious to me that the new human race would eventually start accumulating knowledge again. I mean, why would you expect them to behave or be any different than like the first human race? They're still the same biological creatures. So why do you expect a different result the second time around? It doesn't make any sense, right? And I mean, you can already see it. It's only been 700 years since the new humans came out of their nurseries, and they've already built cities like Meridian with, I don't know, mechanical elevators and stuff like that. For comparison, the first human race spent like tens of thousands of years as hunters and gatherers before they even settled down and started to build dwellings and cities and so on. So I would say the new humans are basically speed running it, and if they continue at this speed, I wouldn't be surprised if they reach the same level of technology in, I don't know, 1,000 years maybe. So I don't know why Pharaoh thought that somehow destroying Apollo would change that direction. I actually wonder if maybe his newly found interest in religion has something to do with that. I remember we found that one data pad where he was like, oh, we should focus more on spiritual stuff and so on. Because this view of humanity seems very, let's say, biblical. You know, with Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, innocent and happy and peaceful, and most importantly, blissfully ignorant until the snake appeared, which I guess in this scenario would be Apollo, pointing towards the tree of knowledge, and then they eat the forbidden fruit and it's bye-bye paradise. So maybe this is kind of his reasoning here. Or alternatively, you could say it's Rousseauian. Is that a word? You know, after Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the 18th century philosopher, who was of the opinion, and I paraphrase this a lot here, that humans are happier and more at peace in a more quote-unquote natural state without the burdens of modern civilization or what counted as modern civilization in the 18th century. So I guess that's kind of his basic idea here. But I feel it's flawed for many reasons. I mean, like I said, there's really no reason to believe that humans wouldn't evolve in exactly the same way they did before, because for better or worse, that kind of is our evolutionary survival strategy. You know, every animal has like some kind of strategy, some kind of edge that gives them an advantage to survive. Some are like really, really fast, and some are very strong, and some, I don't know, just produce enormous amounts of offspring so that at least a few of them will survive. And some are very, very specialized, and they can live in some specific ecological niche where other animals can't survive. Like, I don't know, a koala bear that can eat eucalyptus when most animals can't. And humans, well, we're not really any of that. We're not very fast, and we're not very specialized. Our evolutionary strategy is we have a large brain and we walk on two legs. So our forelegs are not used for moving and could evolve into hands so we can create tools. So our strategy is basically to come up with solutions to overcome our biological shortcomings. Since we don't have like sharp claws and teeth to kill animals, we create weapons to do it. We're not fast enough to hunt a deer, so we invent a spear and a bow and arrow to kill the deer. And we don't have thick fur, so we just take someone else's fur to survive in cold climate, and so on. And most importantly, we have a complex language, so we can transmit our knowledge to the next generation, and they don't have to start at zero every time. And that way, knowledge can accumulate. And if you have knowledge, you can use it to get even more knowledge until it grows like almost exponentially. And that's kind of how we end up where we are today. I mean, that is a very simplified summary. Obviously, it's not always straightforward. Knowledge can get lost due to catastrophic events, and the speed of development is not always the same. For example, if a population is like very isolated, they may not change much for hundreds of years, while populations that exchange knowledge with other groups will probably progress faster and so on. But you get the basic idea. It is, for better or worse, our evolutionary survival strategy. It's not necessarily a good one. We don't actually know, because humanity as a species is like very young on a cosmological scale. So whether or not this is actually a feasible long-term survival strategy is still undecided. The verdict on that is still open. It might be that intelligence is like an evolutionary dead end, because at some point we just use our intelligence to kill ourselves via machines or environmental destruction or whatever. In which case, we're screwed one way or the other, because then we are just a failed experiment of evolution and we are just bound to become extinct one day. But either way, destroying Apollo wouldn't change that, because I honestly feel that our current state of knowledge and technology is the inevitable result of our evolutionary strategy, and we were bound to end up where we are. So at best, Apollo, or the destruction of Apollo, would delay that. But sooner or later, these humans would end up in the same place. And I would argue that in this scenario, destroying Apollo was actually much more dangerous than keeping it, because as we've seen, he destroyed Apollo, but all the technology that he thought is so evil and bad is still around, right? The machines, the cauldrons, Gaia, all the subroutines. It's basically like, I don't know, a dying man who doesn't want his grandchildren to find the gun he has in his house. But instead of getting rid of the gun, he destroys the warning label and the instruction manual. So when the children find the gun, they don't know how dangerous it is and what to do with it and how to use it. And that's basically what he did. And we can already see the negative effects of that. I mean, just look at Eclipse, who are literally helping a machine whose only purpose is to destroy all life, because, I don't know, they think it's some kind of god or whatever. So our ignorance of the machines and what they are and how they function is basically the source of our current predicament. So Ted Faro screwed us over a second time. Definitely. Anyway, I guess I'll go and talk to Silens now and see what he has to say about it.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the sun ray.
Yeah.
Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, Silence. Hope.
Yeah. I mean, as Silence said, the new human race is certainly not innocent. Not only are they not like ignorant of technology, they're also like morally more or less the same as before. So Ted Farrow's idea that somehow the new humans would be like better humans than before is just baffling, to be honest. But yeah, I feel they still did a good job by, you know, creating or recreating the world. I do believe, however, that it would be a better world if Apollo was intact, simply because, you know, all the knowledge that was contained in Apollo, a lot of that was only gained after, you know, a lot of death and pain, or sometimes even through a lot of death and pain. You know, millions of people had to die of disease before we found medicines or vaccines or other preventive measures to prevent these diseases. So Apollo is basically all the knowledge of the old world without the growing pains that it took to achieve that knowledge. And it's all gone now because of one man who decided that he knew what's best for humanity. Because it clearly worked out so well the first time he thought he knew what's best for humanity. So short-sighted and stupid. Anyway, what do we got here? Oh, it's the override. Alright, let's take it.
The master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Okay. Return to Silence's workshop. Okay, so I'm guessing that's all I can do here. Alright. Let's return. Also, it has been brought to my attention that apparently somewhere in this place there's actually another of these energy coils that you need to open the ancient armory. Apparently it was somewhere at the beginning, so I might be able to go there again, but I have to return to where I started. Okay, this is just the exit again. Let's see, maybe there's going to be a shortcut to return to the workshop.
That didn't sound good.
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
I guess so.
Keep holding, keep holding.
It's holding, alright. Okay, I feel this is more or less where I started. So the energy coil might be somewhere around here. Anyway, where exactly do you want me to go? That's a much more interesting question. Somewhere up here, apparently. Alright, I may have to do some climbing here. Is this something I can grab? No, it's not. It's not yellow, so probably not. Anyway, I may actually want to look around a little bit because it would be great if I could find that final piece before I return. So I'm going to look around this place a little bit and hopefully I will be able to find something, and I'll bring you back once I do, if I do, that is. Alright, I think I found something new here. Pretty sure I wasn't here the last time. Yep, there we go.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
Okay. So yeah, it was here at the start. I just had to climb up this little rock. And I guess now we can continue and go back to the workshop. Alright, let's speed up a little bit.
You're here.
For a moment,
Oh, you're actually real.
our journey together has come to an end, Aloy.
What do you mean?
But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability.
Okay, I'm
The truth
listening.
is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Never.
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over
Oh,
again.
great.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
And you're not going to help me? I mean, you say that you're going to leave now? Tell me everything about you and Hades. Cut to the chase, how do I stop it? Well, this might be important, if I want to stop it, right? But yeah, I mean, what we just heard is basically a perfect example what I just mentioned earlier. Silens was looking for knowledge, and in doing so, he helped Hades in its attempt to destroy the world, and that would not have been necessary if humans already got the knowledge from Apollo, right? So, not knowing what all these machines are that are still around is clearly a much bigger danger than actually having the knowledge. I mean, sure, it's still possible that humans would take the knowledge and destroy themselves again, because sometimes humans aren't very good at avoiding mistakes, even if they know they're mistakes. But I think the other option is actually much more dangerous.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
Okay, at first I thought it was that mysterious signal that caused Gaia to malfunction. But if it was Hades, it can't have been that signal, because that signal was sent before Hades became independent.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
Okay, because it needs the Spire to reactivate the robots.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
Again, wouldn't have been necessary if Apollo was not erased. So why did you pick the Karja as your army?
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
So yeah, they obviously have no idea that Hades actually wants to destroy all life on the planet. They just want to get back Meridian. I mean, sometimes Hades comes across as like comically evil, but clearly he doesn't want to destroy the world, right? So again, our ignorance here is clearly a danger to the world. So neither of you cared about Meridian? Well, neither Hades nor Silens, I suppose. I'm sure Helis does.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
Okay.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
Okay. So why did you decide to betray them in the end?
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order.
Ah.
I've been a fugitive ever since.
So you only turned on Hades because it turned on you first. Figures. So when did you find out about me?
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention.
Okay.
A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
So, is there nothing you won't do for knowledge? You've done what you could to make up for your mistakes. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Clearly, it was mostly about his own gain and not so much about making up for whatever he did. And he really only started to turn around when his life was at stake. So yeah, is there anything you wouldn't do for knowledge?
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem.
Sounds easy.
Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
So you seem to be pretty confident that Aloy can just save the world and you move on your quest for knowledge. Again, a quest for knowledge that would not be necessary if Ted Faro hadn't destroyed Apollo. Moreover, Apollo would have taught every human that was born on Earth with the same knowledge, so there would not be a need to compete for knowledge like he does, right? Anyway, it looks like we have some new data pets here, so let's have a look at them. Buried Shadow.
They're coming. Preparations are complete. Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow!
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Araman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
So, yeah, they literally exploited their ignorance and religious beliefs to build an army. Great. Intercepted transmission.
Task is complete. Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing? Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer. How inconvenient for me. Come before me. You shall receive your reward. Very well. Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Alright, this is the moment when Hades turned on him. And what do we got here? First meeting.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it? Entity is not known. I'm called Silens, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine. Divine timeline. Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sundam's reign. Divine Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me. Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Divine Karja. Now that's more like it.
Alright. So that's their first fateful meeting. Okay, yeah, looks like I have read everything. And now I need to attach the master override to the lance. Oh, it's actually in here. Okay, let's do it. Nice. And achievement get. Recovered a powerful weapon. So, I guess now all that's left to do is use
I have to tell
it
Avad
on
that the
Hades.
Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
Right, the looming shadow. Go to the Palace of the Sun. We have a bit of time left, so maybe I actually want to return to the ancient armory and see if I can recover the armor. Let me go to a place where I can fast travel. Okay, here we are. So where exactly was that ancient armory? It was somewhere around here. Is it not? Bunker. I think it actually was called Ancient Armory, right? I'm not sure if it was in Nora territory. It may have been this one actually. Can I just activate the quest and it will tell me where to go? Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's this one. So I guess I'm going to fast travel here. And we will try to open the armory. Alright, I am back in the armory. So let's replace those power cells. Oh right, I have to go through the door over here first and then I can reach the other power
Those
cells.
clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
That's the plan. Alright, let's do it.
Only 2 more.
2,
Just 1 more.
number 3.
There we go. The last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
Yeah, I guess it's this one. But I suppose it's degrees of a circle. Huh? Of course, some of them are bigger than 360, so there must be like more than one rotation. Okay, well, let's give this a try. I'm guessing it's supposed to be clockwise. So 90 would be just one rotation. This would be 3. $270. This would be a full rotation. Okay, the next one would be a full rotation plus 90. So basically just 1. I guess I don't have to do like the full rotation before it. And 630. Okay, that would be 1 rotation plus 3 of these, I suppose.
Did it.
Yep.
Let's have a look at that armor inside.
Let's do it.
All right. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird for Aloy to wear this, but let's have a look at it. Okay. Obtained Shield Weaver outfit box. So I definitely got something out of it. I'll have a look at it in a second.
No space.
Okay, I don't actually need any of that. As a matter of fact, I probably looted this before and I left the potions behind. Anyway, let's have a look at the box that I just found. Shield Weaver outfit. Okay, got an achievement. So is this something that I actually want to wear? Ancient technology salvaged by Aloy and stitched to Nora leather. Projects a damage-absorbing force shield. Takes time to recharge when depleted. Huh. I mean, I can't put any upgrades in it. But I guess I'll try this and see if I like it. I do like the look of it. It doesn't look like too out of place, because apparently she just took some of the materials and created her own armor for it. So yeah, I guess I can live with that look, and we'll see how useful this is going to be. Also, I have like a lot of unused skills. As a matter of fact, it's enough to get all the remaining skills. There we go. Okay, well, this was... Ooh, look at that. It looks pretty badass. I gotta say that. Fascinating. She's all shiny now. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to make a cut here. And yeah, we have one more quest. I don't think there's any other quest that I need to finish. Well, I mean, I have the errands. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to the Frozen Wilds to do any of these. I kind of want to continue with the main mission, to be honest. Go to the Palace of the Sun. Okay, so I guess that's what we're going to do in the next episode. But for now, let's call it a day. As always, thank you for watching and see you again next time.